SeaTrippin friends, thanks for joining us today. It's Kim and Scott, and today we're going to talk about the mistakes that first-time cruisers sometimes make.
And it's not only first-time cruisers, these are mistakes that anyone can make.
Yes, so don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, before we get started, we just want to invite everybody to like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so already. It really does help us out.
Yes, please, and hit that notification bell so you know when we post a new video.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, a mistake that first-time cruisers can sometimes make is not doing their research ahead of time.
Yeah. Now, we're the research kings.
Yes, we love to do our research.
But a lot of new people, they don't know. I mean, research is almost essential for going on a cruise.
Definitely. I mean, you want to research probably before you even pick your cruise. We research where we want to go first, like our destination.
Yep.
Like when we knew we wanted to go play with the monkeys at Roatan, Mahogany Bay. So we knew that had to be included in our itinerary. So that was a starter point for us.
Yes.
So yeah, you definitely want to research which cruise line you want to take, where you want to go. Mm-hmm.
And then once you get that cruise booked, you want to do the research on your ship.
Yes.
You want to know, hey, what kind of dining venues does this have? Mm-hmm. Where everything is located, so you have a general lay of the land for when you get on that ship.
Yeah, you can get online, you can look on YouTube videos, you can see the deck plans of everything. You can find out what's included in your cruise fare, what's not included in your cruise fare, because probably if you've never been on a cruise before, you're not going to have any idea what's included and what's not included.
Yeah, those little add-ons and little things can add up very quickly.
Yes, they can definitely add up quickly, and then you're stuck with this huge bill at the end of your cruise, and you were like, oh my God, what? I thought I had paid for my cruise.
Yeah. So do the research ahead of time. Join all the boards you can.
Yeah.
Facebook, do the YouTube videos, do everything. I know a lot of people want to be spontaneous and but believe me, this helps, and it kind of sets your expectations of what to expect for a cruise.
Yes, for sure. Okay, let's move along. The next thing that first-time cruisers might be making a mistake on is not doing their online check-in.
Yeah, it's pretty much essential to do this.
Yes.
If you want to get, especially if you want to get one of those early boarding times,
oh my
get
gosh.
on and get your vacation started.
We love to try to get the earliest check-in possible. We want to get on that ship as soon as possible, and not everybody does. I mean, there are some people who want to come in at the end of the day right before we set sail, but not us.
No, we want to get it started. So I think it's usually, it depends on the cruise. Some are 45, 90 days ahead of time, but usually if you do your research and check the boards and everything, everybody kind of lets you know. We're usually on at midnight that night trying to log in and grab that first, usually 10:30, 11
I think
time.
10:30 is probably the earliest you can get on there. We love to be the first on the ship, get our stuff done, get our drink, and just start.
Check in with your dining packages, grab those early times and stuff like that.
So definitely don't forget to do your online check-in, because if you don't do it, once you get to the port, I mean, that's going to add extra time. Probably at least 30 minutes to your check-on time to get through the port and get on the ship. And who wants to do that?
No.
It's better to just do it online, and that way you also, when you do it online, you have your luggage tags already printed out.
Yeah.
If you don't, when you have to do all that once you get to the port. There's a place where you drop off your luggage, and if you don't already have your tags, you have to go there and stand in line and get your tags printed out. So that's a hassle.
Yeah.
And you can avoid that if you just do online check-in.
All right, so the next one is not coming in the day before your cruise.
For sure. Definitely make plans to get there a day ahead of time, especially Well, it doesn't matter if you're driving or if you're flying. What if your flight's delayed? What if your flight get canceled?
Yeah, a lot of that is going on right now.
Yeah, so definitely plan ahead and get there at least 1 day ahead of time. Some people say 2, but I mean, not everybody has unlimited vacation days, so even if you're driving, you could have car trouble. We had car trouble the last time, but thank goodness we drove down a day ahead of time, and we always do, because you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's right. So just, again, a little bit of pre-planning.
Yes. Now, also, another mistake that first-time cruisers might be making is not having all their documents in order and ready to go.
Yeah, you got to make sure. Check your passports. Make sure they're not getting ready to expire within like the next few months.
Yeah, because if you have to renew your passport, I mean, you don't know how long that's going to take nowadays. Sometimes it's quick. Sometimes it's months and months before you get it back. You just don't know. So don't wait to the last minute.
We've heard the horror stories.
Don't wait to the last minute, like the night before, and dig out your passports and be like, oh no, or not even be able to find your passport.
Yes.
Like, make sure you have them. When you book your cruise, make sure you can find everything that you're going to need.
Yeah, so I mean, and some people that don't use their passports, they're doing their birth certificates. Everybody thinks they know where their birth certificate. I know where that is. And you go in your little lockbox and shuffling through the papers and what did I do with it? So ahead of time, just make sure you've got everything in line. All right, the next mistake a lot of new first-time cruisers might make is to not pre-book anything.
Yeah, you definitely have to pre-book all your specialty dining because those suckers fill up really fast.
Yes.
Yes, and a lot of times you're not allowed to book those until you step on the ship.
Yep.
So that should be the first thing you do once you get on that ship. Go make your dining reservations.
Yeah. Even for the Carnival Mardi Gras, for the Bolt roller coaster, you have to make those reservations.
Yes.
Pretty early.
Mm-hmm. Some of the shows, you have to make reservations for the shows in Royal Caribbean.
Yep.
And if you don't want to miss something, if there's something you're really excited to see, you need to make that reservation as soon as possible because they will fill up.
Yeah, and like I said, our little tip is we like to pack it up in the first half because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So if you really want to see something, try and get it done early. And then if something happens, you can catch it later in the cruise.
And don't forget, it doesn't cost you anything to make these reservations.
Yeah.
So if you decide that you don't want to go, then you just don't go, or you can cancel it. So if you know you don't want to go, cancel it so it gives somebody else the opportunity to book it. But it's not set in stone. You don't have to go. But it's always good to have that reservation just in case you do want to go.
Yep. And now also with pre-booking your excursions. You want to pre-book your excursions.
Yeah, pre-booking will definitely save you money.
Yeah, money.
And a lot of the popular ones sell out fast. So if there's something you want to do again, so you want to book that as soon as possible because it could be gone really fast.
Yeah, matter of fact, we just booked a cruise here we booked it and it's only 3 weeks away and we were looking through the excursions and half of them are already sold out. So
yeah, so don't wait till the last minute to pre-book the important things that you're going to want to do on your cruise.
Now that leads us to the next point though. Don't overbook yourself.
Right. You can overbook yourself and then you're just so tired and exhausted. You're supposed to be on vacation, relaxing. But you don't have to book an excursion at every port stop.
Yeah, we're pretty much like on the go kind of people. Go, 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 go. We're at a port. We got to do something. We got to do something. We have said this before. All right, honey, we're not going to spend any money this time. We're not going to do an excursion. Whatever. We're like, screw it. Let's book an excursion. We're here. We got to go do something fun. We got to see St. Martin. We got to see it.
So we've always booked an excursion. That's just us. But I mean, some people, you can overextend yourself and then you're just so tired.
Yeah,
so
you need the vacation from your vacation.
That's us. We need a vacation from our vacation like every single time because he won't let me relax. It's like, go, 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 do this, do this, do this, do this. And I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, you can definitely overbook yourself. So just be conscious of that as well.
All right. So now one of the next mistakes that first time or anybody can make is thinking that your cruise is set in stone.
Oh, for sure. Your cruise can change at a moment's notice. It can change right before your cruise. It can change in the middle of your cruise. Like, you just never know. A storm pops up and they have to reroute you. Like, it's crazy. You just have to be prepared for anything, and don't get mad if it changes.
Yeah, especially here in Florida, especially during the summer months.
Yeah?
Tropical storms all the time. As a matter of fact, I know there's some, as we're filming this, that are brewing out there right now. So, I think our very first cruise that we did, one or two of the ports were canceled, right?
Yeah, there was a cruise we were going on. We were supposed to go to Nassau and Freeport. And right before our cruise, they changed our itinerary because a hurricane had just come through and those ports were kind of destroyed, so we weren't going to be able to go there. So they said we were going to go to Grand Turk instead, and we were like, oh my gosh. So we had to cancel all of our other excursions and then try to rebook something for Grand Turk. So this time we went outside of the cruise line and we booked through a third party, right?
Yep.
And we were doing some snorkeling excursion or something. Well, it was so windy, our ship almost didn't dock at Grand Turk. However, they let us dock, but all the water excursions were canceled.
Yeah, so this cruise was almost a complete at sea, pretty close.
Yeah, so, anything can pop up. So we had to try to get our money back from this third-party excursion, which wasn't a problem, easy to do, but by the time we had taken care of everything, most of the land excursions were filled up. But we did grab one. It was like a bus tour or something.
We got to see the donkeys.
We saw wild donkeys, which was pretty cool.
All right. So now the next mistake that first-time cruisers can make, or anybody can make, is not to set your phone in airplane mode. Don't make this mistake.
Yeah, it is easy to forget, and you definitely don't want to forget, because you could get stuck with these high phone charges, and nobody wants that.
Thank goodness we've always been pretty good about it. I try and set a little reminder on my phone for a few hours, once we get on the ship to, hey, make sure I remember, turn that phone into airplane mode, so. Yeah,
definitely an important thing. Please don't forget to put it in airplane mode.
Okay, the next mistake a lot of new cruisers make is just thinking the buffet is the only dining option.
Yeah, there are so many dining options besides the buffet.
Now, the buffet is right there. It's convenient.
Yes.
But
there is the main dining room. Go ahead, tell them.
On our first cruise, we never, I don't think we ate there once.
I cannot remember if we went there once or not at all.
Yeah, we did the buffet every time, and we just felt, uncomfortable. Like it was going to be too nice for us.
Like
or
too
something.
fancy.
Too fancy, yeah.
And then we're kind of shy. We were like, well, we've heard the stories where you sit with a bunch of people that you don't know, and we don't really like sitting with people we don't know. We're not very comfortable with that.
Believe it or not, we're not as outward as that.
So yeah, I think we ate most of our meals in the buffet, which is not a bad thing. I mean, we enjoyed it.
Yeah, but looking back now, we're like, well, geez.
Yeah, we missed out on some good food in the main dining room. There's specialty restaurants. Now, I know we wouldn't have paid for them anyway because we're really cheap, but there's other options besides the buffet. I mean, but, the buffet is your go-to. I mean, some people, that's all they do. That's all they want.
But on the other new, bigger cruise ships, there are so many, just even besides the main dining room. You can go for the hot dog stands. Or there's
a lot of other things that are already included. Like, you don't have to pay extra for them.
Yeah, so don't just limit yourself thinking, I got to stay there at the buffet.
Yeah, so let me tell you, our cruise we have coming up, this is the very first time that we're going to be doing specialty dining, because I am like, I don't want to spend the money. We get all this free food. Why do I want to pay extra to eat at another restaurant? That's dumb. But okay, we went ahead. We bought the 3-night specialty dining package for you guys. So we're gonna bring you some good reviews. Hopefully, we're gonna get into Wonderland. He's really excited about that.
I think from this perspective, it should be pretty funny.
I'm very basic. I am very picky. I don't like weird things. And if you've ever heard about Wonderland, the food is a little freaky and like it's weird. I don't know. Like,
so stay tuned for that. That should be pretty funny.
I'm gonna try stuff. Hopefully. I'm really looking forward to their dessert. That's the one thing I want to try because it looks amazing. But so yeah, there's many other options besides the buffet. So just keep that in mind when you're booking your cruise.
Yeah. Now the next thing you can make a mistake of is your cabin options.
Yeah. Maybe some people are really picky about where they want their cabin, what kind of cabin they want. You know, you've got the interior rooms, the balconies, the ocean views, the suites. I mean, there's so many different choices that you can pick from.
Yeah, now we do an interior cabin just because we're cheap and we save money.
We have done the balcony.
Yeah, we've done balconies before.
Like 2 or 3 times before. Yeah. And they're nice, but if you don't spend a lot of time in your room, it's really not worth the extra money.
Yeah, so, and now there's the big suites. And a lot of families like to get the suites, but here's a little tip. A lot of times you can get 2 rooms for the price of that suite.
Or even a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, and save some money and have them right next to each other. And, you know, that's just us saving money.
Yeah, I mean, those suites do look pretty nice. We've never been lucky enough to get a suite.
No, we haven't tried that yet.
Maybe one day we'll get a suite. But yeah, and then also the location of your cabin. I mean, you can be in the front of the ship, the middle of the ship, the back of the ship. Some people like to be close to the entertainment. Some people like to be closer to the food.
Yes.
If you're sensitive to motion sickness, you probably want to stay in the middle of the ship.
Yeah, that's she's pretty motion sickness, pretty prone to that. But actually, a lot of times we still end up staying kind of towards the back, and we've never had a problem. Because
I'm gonna have my medicine no matter what. I take it every day, so it really doesn't matter where I get my cabin because I'm taking medicine every day regardless.
All right, so that brings us to our next thing. Is a lot of people make this mistake of thinking, I paid for my cruise, that's it.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that there are other costs involved.
Absolutely. Like if you don't purchase the drink package and you buy liquor or you buy a soda, for example, sodas aren't included in your regular cruise fare, so that's all extra. And if you don't pre-buy the package, you get charged every time you get a drink, and that's gonna show up at the end of your cruise on your bill, and you might be shocked to see that because they add up very quickly.
Now there are free drinks. You get usually water, tea, and there's a lemonade kind of thing.
Coffee,
those are free. Yeah, those are free. But yeah, your sodas, your alcohol drinks, all those are extra. And then the extra charges. Oh, gratuities. A lot of people don't realize that gratuities are added every day onto your bill, and they're at the end. It just looks like one big, oh my God, where did this extra $200-300 fee come from?
Right, so we always prepay our gratuities when we book our cruise. I recommend that everybody do that. It's so much easier and you get it out of the way and you don't have any hidden surprises at the end of your cruise.
Yeah, and those people, they work so hard for us to have a good time, so please don't remove the gratuities.
No.
Just support them and they'll keep supporting us and giving us a great time. Yeah,
and you can always give them an extra tip if you think they went above and beyond. And that another thing, like on your drinks. Say you buy an alcoholic drink, your gratuity is already included in that price, but there's going to be a line on your ticket for another tip. That's an extra tip.
Yeah, that's on top of the 18% you just paid for.
So don't feel like you have to fill that line in and give them a tip because they're already getting a tip built in. But it is nice to give them an extra tip if you think they went above and beyond or you want to get faster service.
Yeah, a lot. They do. You give them an extra $1 or $2. A lot of times they do remember that.
Yes.
And your drinks do tend to come around a little faster.
Yes, but just remember, gratuities are automatically added to everything, so just keep that in mind and don't forget that.
Now, I guess one of the things we want to talk about is don't overindulge on your cruise.
Oh my gosh, and that is so hard to do because there is food everywhere all the time and you just want to eat.
You need breakfast, second lunch, second dinner. Yeah, it's before you know it, you're eating every 2 hours.
You need to bring your stretchy pants and wear those every day because you're just gonna eat.
There's so many options.
And
you want to try everything.
You want to try everything. It's like you've never eaten before. Oh my god, let me have this. So yeah, it is so easy to overindulge and eat too much and then you're sick.
Yeah, and then that also brings overindulging on the alcohol too.
Yes.
You don't want to do that and you have an excursion the next day and have a miserable time. So
yes.
So do everything with a little moderation.
Yes. It's very easy to drink too much on a cruise, especially if you have bought the alcohol package because you don't care. You're like, another one, please. Another one. I'll take another one. And you can get wasted pretty fast. So try not to drink too much and then you end up having a miserable time.
Yeah, you want to have fun at the time, but you don't want to have the miserable time after.
Yeah,
so.
You'll be sorry later.
All right, the next mistake is the muster drill.
Yes. New cruisers might forget all about the muster drill, but please don't forget to do your muster drill. And it is super easy nowadays.
Yeah, so normally now you just got to do it on your phone or on the TV in your room.
Right.
Something like that. And then from there, you usually got to check in at a location.
Yeah, it is so easy. Just watch a short video on your phone or whatever, and then you go to your specified area, they check you off the list, and you're done. How easy is that?
No more of that crowding into whatever out on the deck where you're in the 90-degree heat watching people pass out.
God, that was awful, and it took forever, it seemed like.
It took forever.
So, yes. Now, remember, the ship cannot sail away until everybody has done their muster drill. Please don't hold up everybody and forget to do your muster drill because they will be calling your name over the intercom and embarrass you. Like, you don't want to hear them call your name because that's embarrassing.
All right, now the next mistake is ship time.
Yes, now there's a ship time, there's a land time, whatever. So you always want to make sure you remember ship time.
Yeah. So what we usually do is we set our phones to not update location, so we kind of lock it in on ship time.
Right. Another thing that you can do is get a traditional watch, a wind-up watch, and set that to ship time so you always know what ship time is because when you go off on your excursions, you need to know what time ship time is because that'll tell you what time you need to be back on board. And if you don't know ship time, you could very well miss your ship.
Yeah. You don't want to be looking at your phone. It updated to island time there, and it says, "Oh, it's only 4 o'clock, but ship time's 5, and that ship is sailing away."
Oh my gosh, yeah, you do not want to be one of those pier runners. Definitely don't do that. Keep ship time in mind. You definitely need to know what ship time is. Don't forget.
All right, now the next mistake is travel insurance.
Yeah. Now, we've purchased travel insurance before. We haven't purchased travel insurance before. I mean, it's a personal choice. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. I feel like we're getting older now, so we're probably gonna purchase it every time because you just never know.
I know, I'm old and falling apart.
Oh my gosh, and you definitely don't want something to happen on your trip and then you are stuck with like these humongous medical bills because they are just crazy high.
Yeah.
So, and travel insurance, it's not really that expensive.
No, it's not that
I
bad.
mean, shop around. There's all different kinds of coverages. You just pick out the types of coverage that you want to buy. So it can be well worth it to purchase travel insurance because you don't need it until you need it.
Yes,
and when you need it, you need it.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good idea to go ahead and get travel insurance just in case.
Yeah. All right, now the next and final mistake a lot of new first time, and everybody cruisers can make, is not knowing what is allowed to be brought on board.
yeah, you might think that you can just bring whatever you want, but they have a list of items that are prohibited and you definitely cannot bring them on board. So it's good to do your research again and look and see what you're allowed to bring on board and what you can't.
That's right. And right here, I'll post a link to our prohibited items video where we go over the list of items that you can't bring.
Yeah, definitely check that out. It will give you a good idea what you cannot bring, because if you try to bring something on the list, they're going to confiscate it.
And then you got to go to the naughty room to get it back at the end of the cruise.
Nobody wants to go to the naughty room. So do your research. Once again, check out the list on your cruise line. See what you're allowed to bring. See what you're not allowed to bring. It's really going to help you out in the long run. All right, there you go. That is a list of some of the mistakes that first-time cruisers might be making, or even experienced cruisers.
Don't do it.
That's right. Please don't make these mistakes. So, we hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope that you found it useful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Give us a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so you know the next time that we post a video.
That's right. So until next time, everybody, remember to have fun and be safe. Bye!
Bye!